Su nombre es Gail Zohar y ella es de Israel.
In the morning and I think I'm going to work and I work in a radio and you feel so lucky. Yours is home for me and I want to be part of whatever changes are taking place here right now.
You are listening to Listen to the World with me, Davis.
And with me, Gail.
Su nombre es Gail Zohar y es de Israel. Ella es la copresentadora de un programa radial en vivo que se transmite diariamente en la estación de radio del pueblo de Beijing, o Radio 774 AM.
When you talk to different foreigners in China, each one has their own story of how they got here. Some stories are really interesting. I think mine is pretty simple. I came here because of food. I was studying cooking back home and I saw a TV show about food in China. I've been traveling for years before that, but I never been to China, never even considered China. And after seeing that food show, I said, okay, I'm going to eat that.
Gail llegó a China en 2003. Pasó un año viajando por el país, desde Guizhou en el sur hasta Xi'an en el norte. Como amante de la comida, estaba especialmente interesada en probar la rica variedad de comidas regionales.
Before coming to China, somebody gave me an advice, said, you're going to catch Chinese New Year. You'd better find a place just before the holiday and stay put. Unfortunately, I didn't take the advice. Me with 4 other foreigners who traveled with me, we decided to make our way up into the mountains of Guizhou province. We managed to make it on New Year's Eve to a small county town. And what we were expecting to do is find somebody to drive us up on the same day. We didn't know how important Chinese New Year, the evening is. And people refused. People just said, absolutely no, this is holiday, we're staying home. It was getting dark, it was getting late.
Ellos se encontraron con un par de niños que se apresuraron a regresar a casa y contaron a sus padres acerca de unos extranjeros varados. Gail y sus amigos fueron invitados a pasar la víspera del Año Nuevo Chino con la familia.
It was a very average family in a small town, Guizhou province. They didn't have much to begin with, and they took 4 complete strangers, foreigners, into their home for Chinese New Year. That was the first Chinese New Year in China. It was an unforgettable experience, an amazing experience. I often say that I came here because of food and I stayed here because of people.
Gail se dio cuenta de que se había enamorado de China, así que decidió quedarse. Se estableció en Beijing ya que pensó que sería el mejor lugar para estudiar chino. A pesar de que era nueva en Beijing, parecía estar familiarizada con la ciudad.
给我拿2个这个。这个里边有什么？杜芳。好，那来2个这个吧。It feels like I kind of been here before. Now I'm really a not spiritual person in any way you look at it, so I don't believe in things like that. But yet again, there was this feeling like I didn't come here, I came back here.
En 2004, Gail comenzó su vida estudiantil en la Universidad de Lengua y Cultura de Beijing. Sin embargo, el estudio del chino resultó ser un desafío mucho mayor de lo que esperaba. Para ella, esto requería de mucho esfuerzo y memoria para dar sentido a los cientos de caracteres chinos que tenía que aprender. Pero eso no fue de ninguna manera el mayor de los obstáculos que tenía que superar.
Tones. It was the hardest and the most hated classes. Teachers just not let you go until you got it 100% right. I had to repeat a combination of words 60 times in one class. Only me standing up and everybody else was just sitting there and staring at me because my teacher just won't let go until I got it right. After 60 times, I got it right.
En 2005, Gail conoció la historia de He Fengshan, el cónsul general chino en Viena durante los primeros años de la Segunda Guerra Mundial. En esta época marcada por la persecución nazi a los judíos en Europa, He Fengshan salvó miles de vidas, concediéndoles visados para entrar en Shanghái.
We're usually very much familiar with the history, you know about these people and you know how people escaped, and everyone, I guess everyone knows Sindler and everybody knows his story and people like him. However, I never heard about a Chinese diplomat who did so much for families back then. Very few people know about him. I thought, you know what, this is a story that should be told, and if I can do this, I can really attribute a lot to the commemoration. I really decided that this is going to be the topic for my dissertation.
El Museo del Holocausto en Jerusalén le proporciona a Gail una gran cantidad de información sobre He Fengshan. Descubrió los registros de muchos sobrevivientes a los que había ayudado e incluso encontró visas originales firmadas por él. Una perspectiva más personal sobre la vida de He fue proporcionada por He Manli, su hija que vivía en los Estados Unidos. Para Gail, componer una imagen precisa de los acontecimientos de hace casi 70 años era un gran desafío. La tarea era complicada porque tenía que presentar sus hallazgos en chino. Ella tituló su tesis, concluida después de 2 años de trabajo, Investigación sobre las acciones del Dr. He Fengshan acerca de la gran salvación del pueblo judío durante la Segunda Guerra Mundial. En ella no solo detalló las acciones de He Fengshan, sino también exploró su motivación. Su tutor, Li Wen, quedó muy impresionado por su trabajo.
I guess when you read a story like this and when you learn about a person like this, it makes you feel closer to this nation, to the people, to this country, and to feel a lot more at home here. There are lots of challenges, but I have my amazing team of colleagues. Sometimes you really miss home. I love food. A lot of my friends here in Beijing are somehow in the food industry. Oh, thank you.
En 2008, Gail se graduó en la Universidad de Lengua y Cultura de Beijing y fue contratada por la estación de radio del pueblo de Beijing. Fue invitada a ser la presentadora del programa Listen to the World, transmitido por la estación radio bilingüe 774 AM, que ofrece programas para hablantes nativos de inglés y personas que estudian inglés en Beijing.
It's a one-day event.
It's a one day, only one day. After they're done, if you guys want to join us, each one of because the DJs are coming from different clubs in Beijing.
Wow.
So all the DJs who finish playing, they go back to their clubs. 22 of April until the beginning of May, everybody according to majors, right? It's funny because all of my friends who are taking this...
I can go to do exam next year.
So each one of my friends who was taking this, it was fun. It was like a whole day, started at 3 o'clock in the afternoon until like midnight or so. It's nice.
Cool.
Come, come,
我
come.
觉得 Gail 是一个不可多得的、非常有趣儿的一个朋友。就无论你跟他聊什么，他都能给你搭上话茬儿，而且就可以聊得海阔天空。另外，我觉得 Gail 他真的特别喜欢吃，而且他研究吃，这一点和别人不一样。就别人可能只是吃，但是呢，他还会去琢磨，还会去做。他以前给我们办公室带他自己做的那个蛋糕，巧克力的、奶酪的，据说都是他祖母的配方，特别的美味。我们就跟他说，你一定要开一个这样的一个蛋糕店，一定会特别特别火。
Everything about the music today. So we don't have any new
No, our
music.
show is called Listen to the World. It's been running for 4 years now, which is quite a long time for a radio show to go consecutively. I have been with the show since the first day it opened, and I'm happy to be here for the 4th year this year. And the show is mainly daily event, lifestyle, things that happen around the world that has to do with China, things that happen to do with China that has to do with the world. I am fully bilingual host, so I'm expected to edit my news and my written materials in both Chinese and English. You need to make deadlines. Everything needs to be in the shared folder, the show's file in the morning. Everything needs to be already edited and clean. So right now we're done going over the news. We're done going over the rundown and time schedule for today's show. And it's time for us to get up and head to the studio. Welcome to our studio. This is Radio 774 studio. We are 4 seasons of summer. We always keep it around 30 degrees, so we never know what's the weather outside. Studio is like home when you're doing radio. This is the safest and warmest and most intimate space that you have. And what's nice about our studio is we broadcast the show live and on air and on the internet, and pretty soon we're going to be turning on our chat room, and you can see that our listeners can chat with us in real time during a live broadcast.
A escasos minutos de empezar la transmisión de su programa, Gail está bastante tranquila, pero las cosas eran muy diferentes al principio.
我们搭档过2年听世界，在最开始，比如说第1个月、第2个月的时候，他完全没有主持经验，他又特别紧张，经常忘了开麦克风，所以我经常说，又忘开麦了，赶快帮他伸手去，就那边去帮他去摁那个麦克风。然后呢，话多，越紧张我就要说，所以经常呢给他一个话口，他就不啦不啦不啦不啦，会一直讲3-4分钟。
I think the most stressful experience for me was the first year of hosting Listen to the World, the Earth Hour special show. It was my first year as a host. It was the first special I'd ever done. I was very nervous, I think, the entire day. Not even the entire day, the day before, when I got the call saying tomorrow we have a special, couldn't have anything to eat after that, couldn't do anything after that.
Radio 774听世界。
给我特别紧张，那个椅子坐一半，然后肩膀都是歪的。然后直播完以后呢，我又给彼此一个拥抱吧，然后庆祝我们第一次这么大直播合数。然后我抱他的时候，他就哇就开始哭了，我说你哭什么呀？然后他说我紧张。
There are lots of challenges, lots of times in which you need to do something and you're not really sure how to do it. But I think we're learning something every day, me especially, and I have my amazing team of colleagues, and when I don't know how to do something, I can always go back to the office, and there will always be somebody there who would skip lunch or go home an hour later just because they stayed with me in the office, helping me to edit something, to input an audio into the system, or to learn something that I couldn't do before, and that's a huge encouragement to keep going.
Iris is going to be with us first, introducing a charity project that Listen to the World have been accompanying for quite a long time. This is the charity medical service train. This train embarks on its journey to different parts in China every year. It has on board doctors and nurses and paramedics from various hospitals and cities in China. They are traveling to rural areas, very remote areas in China, where you get very limited medical service. So Iris is going to be with us, and she's going to tell us more about this.
So, good afternoon, Iris.
哎，主持人下午好。昨天的这个活动里面呢，健康快车他们的这个创会主席发布了这个中华健康快车基金会今年就2015年的工作计划，还有今年的主要活动。
Well, Lifeline Express is going to be starting its annual journey pretty soon. What can you tell us about the route of this year's Lifeline Express?
Starting from yesterday's Lifeline Express route.
Gail 现在呢，完完全全很熟练的一主持人，但是呢，依然话多。我们后来总结，其实就是一个，这人本质上呢就比较善谈。第二特点呢，就是他自己，是一个很中西文化混合的这样的一个思维方式。这个其实是这个节目特别需要的一个特点，也就是说，他知道我们中国人对这样的一个事儿怎么理解的，同时他也可以站在外国人的角度对这样的一个事儿告诉大家说，外国人对于这样的事儿，他为什么会用那种方式去来理解。所以这个中西文化的结合，他自己都明白。这个事儿呢就很好解读，所以这个是他在节目当中我觉得起到的一个很重要的一个作用。
But there's always something different from their imagination.
Well, for us, I think we are doing radio at the internet age. It's a lot easier for our listeners to know what we look like. First of all, we have our own main page, right, of Radio 774, where you have everybody's picture. Radio. It's media does not require anything from you. It doesn't ask for anything. Your TV is sitting there saying, look at me, look at me, look at me. You cannot do anything else. You can just sit there and stare at that thing. Radio broadcast, it goes with you wherever you are. We have amazing listeners there doing amazing things for us. I have a listener who sings me happy birthday every year on Weibo. She remembers my birthday. She's never late. And she's got this wonderful singing voice. And she'll record me a happy birthday. I think these guys are giving us a lot of encouragement to keep doing the show and keep doing what we do, because we know somebody's listening and they're following us for years.
Después del trabajo, a Gail le gusta encontrar un rincón tranquilo donde pueda hablar con su familia en Israel.
What's up? I'm through work today, so for me it's late afternoon. It's time to call in the day pretty soon. It's the end of a work day, and for you guys, the beginning of the weekend. And my nephew is probably in kindergarten by now.
Sleep, I guess. Maybe walk out with your nephew with Shuket, because he just started walking and he wants to walk everywhere.
It turns out that in Arabic, Dua is tomato.
I've been away from home for almost 12 years. Everything changed, like my life changed, their life changed. Sometimes you really miss home. Sometimes you just wish you could, I don't know, click your heels or snap your finger and you'd be there with everybody you love. Sometimes things go badly and I don't want to call them and tell them that things are not going well, because they can't help and it's only going to make them feel bad. What's the point in doing this? But I'm lucky that those bad days are very few, at least so far in my 12 years in China. And I feel that I am growing, and I feel that I'm also doing a lot of very significant things, very meaningful things. And I feel that I'm not done. I feel like there's so much more to do. As long as they know that I'm doing something meaningful, I think they're very supportive.
Gail ha hecho muchos amigos en Beijing. Ella ha atraído a la mayoría de ellos a través de un amor compartido por la gastronomía. Hoy ella piensa reunirse con Rob, el chef ejecutivo de un restaurante en un importante hotel de Beijing. Su sueño es que, al conocer a algunos de los mejores chefs de la ciudad y degustar sus creaciones culinarias, pueda ayudar a promover, a través de sus contactos con los medios de comunicación, una escena gastronómica más emocionante en la capital china.
home, and they obviously cannot provide a home for it. To be on the next one. Hello!
Sorry.
Wow! And point at them.
So this is the sea bass, the herb crusted sea bass with roasted tomatoes. We've got the scrambled eggs on the bagel with the smoked salmon, sour cream, salmon eggs, capers, shallots, and the mussels, Canadian mussels.
Canadian. Like we get the traditional stuff. That's really home, kind of like home brunch.
Yeah.
So everything is changing for summer, so we're gonna have a lot more. All the salads that we know.
Yeah, all the salads have changed
stays.
a little bit too, but just a different rotation.
All right.
This one is a whole new one.
I'm very happy with new stuff. I'm actually gonna try it now, right now, like right now. April.
Okay, cool.
And we want to work out. Okay, now I get to do what I like most.
You have to go.
Oh my God, this is good. Oh, thank you. I think a lot of my friends here in Beijing are somehow in the food industry. Rob is one of my best friends. We really became friends through food and through our love of food. I always come here to taste new menus. The sea bass was, I think, one of the favorite dishes on Fista's brunch menu. I know, at least for me, that was my regular, probably because I really miss sea fish when I'm here in Beijing, so far away from the ocean.
We've known each other for 3 years now, Gail and I, since East Hotel opened. Gail, as we all know, is kind of obsessed by food. So this actually, I kind of was inspired by Gail.
It's a dish for me.
Because it's kind of like a Jewish dish that I know that people like. And so when we were changing the brand, I was thinking, oh, I'm sick of doing like eggs Benedict and Florentine. Everybody know this dish. But like this one, nobody really, you don't really see it in Beijing, yeah? Yeah, and Sydney too. Because Sydney, there's got a big Jewish population. So yeah, so these kind of like, I mean, we always have a sea bass because it's simple. The mussels, just because I like and I know Gail likes. And yeah, this one's purely inspired.
Mussels in Beijing is also not easy.
Yeah, not easy.
Meaty.
So these are Canadian ones we import. So
they're great. The fact that people are already coming to Beijing now, not as first-time tourists, they're coming for the third and fourth and fifth time already to spend time in Beijing. It means that they want more from their restaurant scene. They want more options. They want more countries' cuisine. They want more creative chefs, and I think this is happening just now in China. Lately, we've been talking a lot about combining media and food somehow, get more people to know more chefs, more restaurants, and more types of food. This is my ultimate goal. This is the dream.
Gail 英文、希伯来语都非常好，以外中文也非常棒。
First of all, I feel very flattered that Renee chose me. I really wish for the station to keep doing so well, and also hope it would be to combine my two greatest loves together, food and media.
Recientemente, Gail ha pasado muchas de sus mañanas en el Teatro de Arte Popular de Beijing. El teatro presentará una obra israelí y Gail les está ayudando a traducir el guión.
Today we're going to Renee Theater. This is a cooperation that we started about 3 years ago. They're one of the theaters in Beijing right now that bring theater from all over the world. Every year they have about 5 or 6 countries that bring their best plays, their best theater troops to China. And about 3 years ago on translating the Hebrew plays into Chinese, doing the subtitles. And it turns out to be a really interesting work. I did it the first year as kind of a favor, and it ended up being a long-term cooperation. So today we're going to meet with them and talk about this year's play. 还有一些他们在里边唱的一些是有好多地名的那些地方，比那是特别难翻译的。对，还有那天我们就是做完了以后，我还回去把那个所有的那个有笑话有 jokes 的那些地方，我还打了一次。You still need to have a local people to get the feel of the language. And this is when they called me for the first time. They say, we did a translation, we got the text well, we just need the jokes. Jokes are really hard to translate. We need to know that it's working.
Gail 英文、希伯来语都非常好，以外中文也非常棒。一个剧本里面一句话翻译过来的中文大概意思是， 这个人非常好。然后 Gail 就运用他所熟悉的流行的中文用语说，这个人人品实在太棒了。然后所以这个到时候在演出的时候，观众听见这些所谓的流行语都笑了，非常有笑点。第二点是他特别热情。有一天我们一起核对剧本，从下午2点翻译到凌晨2点。回家之后，还把所有的我们讨论剧本的所有细节点都重新整理在电脑里，然后在凌晨5点的时候给我发过来。问他，我说你都没有休息吗？他说还是想把这个剧本好好给你们翻译过来，然后让他们能演出的效果更好一些。
First of all, I feel very flattered that Renee chose me to work on this project, and I've been with them for 3 years, and this year we're going to do it again, and I'm very happy that they still want me to do this, and it means I'm doing okay. Every year I am surprised a little bit over and over again to see how many Chinese people come to see those plays. 2 hours in a foreign language. And I feel that in this way, I'm contributing a little bit to the communication between the 2 countries. And we're doing it on what I believe is the most beautiful level, culture. We're bringing culture. We're not doing it through politics or economy or something like that. We're doing it on the most level, I think, which is bringing culture and music and theater from one country to another, and introducing the daily life in Israel or the creative life in Israel to the Chinese audience over here, and having the opportunity to take part in this, I think, is a great opportunity.
这个上次我们也有好几个，对
，Yeah.
A primeras horas de la tarde, Gail se apresura a regresar a la estación de radio, lista para salir al aire otra vez.
Today, it's not just the environment in China, it's Chinese media and the way it's changing. 10 years ago, it would be out of the question to even imagine a foreign host sitting in a Chinese radio station live in the morning, and I think I'm going to work, and I work in a radio, and you feel so lucky. There are lots of things that I'm looking forward. I'm really looking forward for the Israeli play to go on stage here with my subtitles in August, and for everything to go smooth. And I really wish for the station to keep doing so well and to keep moving forward. Also hope it would be to combine my 2 greatest loves together, food and media. Here is home for me, so you don't leave your home, and I'm not planning on leaving my home. And I want to be part of whatever changes are taking place here right now.
So for now, let's say goodbye once again.
See you again live at 4 o'clock tonight.